And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of... the end zone for a touchback.
Set 30 base.
Check 56. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Check 31, check 31.
Greystone, travel. Hey, Delta. Snap.
Jones on 1st and 10. Finds his tight end Ingram. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Yeah, they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Ready, go.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Luck. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Wait, echo.
3rd and long. It's Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked picked off right around the 43. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
On second down, here's Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Jones operating from the gun. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. Here's Geis. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
A big play there out of Geis. 59 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
Binds, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
61, matchbox, right.
Now a handoff, Geis going right. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
24 is the mark. 12. Here we go. Watch the safety creep.
Now Lott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyler Fackrell drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And so far, 3-3 now as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
No.
Blue draw Corkers.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. These two teams all tied after 1.
60 Pittsburgh. 56. Hey, Orbit.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Yeah. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. It's been a long day for you.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Strong right. We got double up. Crawl.
Lucky.
Throwing his line. Slings this deep for McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Come on,
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On first down, this is Geis. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Check out. 40. 56. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on second down. Luck. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing on third down. Luck. Flush to his right. And he finds McLaurin. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it from...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And, oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Slam, slam, slam.
6-6, pull it high.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch it.
Topper!
Spot.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You can't block me.
Now Jones. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Get it.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Kill. 11.
Out of the gun, Luck. The open man is Westbrook. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
24 is the wrong right. Showing up. Rush in. Hey, quick. Five.
Here's Luck. Being chased down. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss. Concentration
has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Undercut. Reggie. Watch twist. Hey, quick. Press down.
After the interception, it's Long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. Throwing on first down. Jones. He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only have the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
24.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not? And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Monday.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Luck. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. That throw good for only a couple. That brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He's checking crap.
Gone right.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Check 15.
To throw is Luck. Escaping the pressure right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. This is Geis. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Redskins have the 1st down on a pickup of 18.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Luck now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Slant. Check.
Team spill.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Whip. Watch the whip. Shit.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
56. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Dalvin Tomlinson able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Throwing on second down. Jones hit in the ball zone. And the Redskins scoop it. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Mike.
12. Hey, high 7.
Watch the slant. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Check 24. Check 24.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
12.
24 is the mic. Man, that's trash.
To try again after the sack. Luck eluding the pressure right. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
24 out.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
4 down.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal.
Here we go. 240. 54. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On the ground, Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
We didn't want this.
12.
Tackle.
X3, 218, chopper.
54. You better bring it.
They're going to try and run. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL...
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. After the sack on first down, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former Giant, Landon Collins. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Alert three. Go ahead. Wide, get wide.
Luck on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go.
Another try after the first down sack. Luck flushed out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Jones. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Luck. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Tighten up.
They'll go to Barkley again. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
I'm scared. 12's the Mike.
Jones now on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 19. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check. Alert. 11 feet.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. To throw again on 2nd down. Luck flush to us, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Mike out.
Let's go, Mexico. Line, 6 and 5.
Check.
From the gun, here's Locke. It's caught at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Redskins 39, Giants 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 draw Corkers. Hey, orbit. Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to Slayton. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number 1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Now Jones throwing on first down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminded me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. Again, it's Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4.
56 is the mic.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Terry McLaurin. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Luck gonna throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Washington, it's a Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins.
Let's do it.
Ready? 10-2 stop.
52's the mic. Here I come. Chance. Slam.
Hard. Hey. Shoot.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Look at me. Door. Hit it.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's got his man on the crossing route. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Dolphins' 46-yard line.
Set. 10 Lobo.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Check.
Fight.
Off play action. Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Wilkins. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Ready up. There. Topper.
Jump.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch it, hey, keep it up. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Five.
He's checking.
Say go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. Finding Gabriel complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
We got this.
It's a gain of 12.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Mostert. And a solid run down inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Bravo.
2nd and 4. Going for it all. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Tavon Austin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Let's get the ball.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dietrich Wise Jr. with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep is Tavon Austin. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I'm coming. No, check that. What Mike do?
Off the play fake. Lawrence. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, 83 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's caught by Howard. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Austin. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Switch. Check it out. Smooth.
Yep. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Off-play action. Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they work this out past the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Here we go. He's coming. H3. 218, chopper. Shoot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Check. Lucky. Watch the air.
Go. Hit it.
This is Mostert. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Hey, lock it. Hey, high 7. Now.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. Flush to his right. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 40. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard, and even 70 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On first, they go right back to Howard. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
Check 90.
Looking to throw. This is caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This fielded at the 2. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Past the 20 and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, we got 3 out, 3 out.
Running with Howard. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On third down, this is Howard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on fourth and very short.
Mike's by 4. Let's go, one more.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You got 3 down.
Caught. It's Wilson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he will push forward and pick up the first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Howard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Second and 13. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 3, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Squeeze. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Hey,
looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first down, Lawrence dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
You ain't doing nothing. 80 weapons.
Here's Mostert. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. 2nd and 9 now. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Hey, we got 3, we got 3.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. With more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Give me that ball! Give me that ball, defense!
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
6-man.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Tight end right. Hazel. 3 down, 3 down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Shit! Watch the shit! Recon, 132 fighter. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now Mostert. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
Leo! Shoot!
Back to throw. Lawrence. Steps away to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. You. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Back to throw here. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mike 54. Mike 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he finds Howard complete. And he will Yardage back to the 34-yard line.
You got him.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
SOS. Switch. Slam. Trump.
And that'll set them back 5. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Come on. 54's Mike. Check.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Lawrence Guy. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready. 30 base. 52's the Mike. He don't know no better. Check 43. Greystone travel. Watch the whip. Shit. Hey, Alpha. Now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Watch the twist.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
All day.
Go. 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Howard on 2nd down. And some room to work. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. But it'll be second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Look at me. Zip up, get it.
Back to the air on second down. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Throwing on third and long. Lawrence. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win